that sucked. I don't know what that was all about, guys. Windows doing the freaking. So here's the thing, guys. Literally, I had a bunch of updates in Microsoft 2024, like in the marketplace, or not in the library rather. And I was like, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and start updating some stuff. So I've been doing some updates for the last hour. I did a quick reboot. Everything seemed fine. And then now Windows decided to do a little reboot on me that right when I was live. So it'll give me 2 seconds. We're cooking. We're coming back up right now. Sim's booting. That was, of course, perfect timing. I wasn't even going to stream, so go figure. Last minute, try to get out. I thought this is going to be a record stream time here. Get everything set up in 10 minutes. Nope. Yeah, no picture yet. Hold on. Just let me, I mean, you can see the picture here. Hey, what's going on? All right, so while we let this boot back up here real quick, let me tell you, yeah, we are flying up to Renton. It is PMDG 737 release day, so we're going to be flying up there. We're going to simulate taking some pilots from San Francisco, and we're going to fly up to Renton where the Boeing 73s are housed. Right now, it's low vis, heavy rain, actually some lightning in the area, so it could be a little spicy flight up there. We haven't flown the Citation X in a very long time, so hopefully I'll remember how to do most of the stuff. I did get it updated. There were some issues with Sim Update 4, but as long as you did the Sim Update 4 patch for the Citation X, it works just fine. You see your screens and everything like that. So that is the plan, and we're just going to let this sucker boot up here, and then we'll be ready to go. So is the 7.3 out yet? Is it out yet? Don't be ignoring my test from last night. Wrong side. Oh, my bad, dude. Shoot, did you text me? All right, I'll respond after the stream. But you live about 5 miles south of runway at Renton. It's nasty right now. Igloofoo, fantastic. That's what we like to hear. We like nasty weather. Nasty weather, Citation 10. Should be a fun little flight up there. We're going to do 8-0 the whole way. And we can meet in Renton. Which fancy latte should I bring you? Ooh, you know what? I think it's release day. It's rainy. I think it's pumpkin, or not pumpkin. I think it's peppermint mocha day. I think it's peppermint mocha. McAllen, my man, what's going on? How to see you? How's the family doing? Dude, everyone is wildly ill, but they're actually getting a little bit better. Thanks for asking. Hold on real quick. What? Let me turn this off for a second. Why don't I have any... I was like, why don't I have any Microsoft Sim sounds? Okay, there we go. I had the thing muted. Thanks for asking, McAllen. They're doing better today, but it's been a heck of a week, man. It has been an absolute treacherous week for the kiddos. But this morning there was progress and no fevers all the way around. So that's why we're out here going live now. So let me respond to wrong side here while this boots in real quick. And then we're going to fire up this Citation 10. Oh, looks like I loaded in too quick. I can't respond yet. Math, what's up, man? Just finished my CTP sims. I'm off to Indoc this weekend. My training journey on the 175. Man, that is fantastic. Congratulations. Thank you for the 17 months of support. Enjoy the Indoc, man, and hope you have a wonderful experience on the 175. It's a great bird. It is a great bird. Real quick, I have to close a couple other Iveos and MD-80. I'm going to close those so they're not running in the background. And then I'm also going to run this back. So I love historical weather. We're going to go back to, what time is it? 15? Let's do, I wanted to start the stream right there, 7:02 a.m. Beautiful historic weather. Ready to rock and roll. There she is. There's our bird. Let me get this going here. One more thing to get going. And then we're going live. Well, we are live, but we're going to go flying. AJ, thanks for the $3 super chat. Renton has notified their employees no smoke breaks. Thanks for the $3 super chat, AJ. No smoke breaks in Renton, my man. Indeed, indeed. Zippy, what new model? What new model? What's good? What are you talking about? I'm from Vancouver. We're 2 hours north, and weather is awful. Been terrible for the Pacific Northwest weatherized for about a week. Yeah, I heard I've been seeing some crazy wind reports and everything like that too. So, we are. So, what is the status on it? Is it out yet? It should have been after 1700, right? Okay. I feel like we need to run the song again. Nope. We're good to go. Let's go ahead and let's get this airplane fired up. We're late. We got some 737s to pick up there in Renton. We'll go ahead and pop open this door here as well. Mitchell, what's up, man? Thanks for 2 months, or 2 years rather. 24 months, 2 years, Mitchell. Appreciate you. Look at this livery, guys. Isn't this livery just absolutely spicy? A little low fog and haze out here right now. The 737 is officially 16 minutes late. Maybe they had a Windows update right before the release, you know, just like this stream. Got all messed up. All right, everything looks good. We could, we need to throw our flight bags in here. We're going to open a cargo. That way we can get our flight bags in there if necessary. All right, let's go underneath here. We'll hop into the cockpit. We're going to get her booted up right on APU power. I was watching your Starship stream, and there is a mod on Flight Sim that you can get rid of ground vehicles. There is? Okay, Michael J., if you can remind me later, I'm going to get that mod because I am really tired of ground vehicles for the sim. For sure, man. I would love to get rid of the ground vehicles. So, Cali Simmer, good to see you. We had out of nowhere wind gusts late last night. Crazy warm, knocked power out for about an hour. Really? Wow. Jeez. Kirby needs 737s, although he only flies NetJets. He never fly any charter service. Yeah, exactly. So maybe we've got Scott Kirby and a couple of the chief pilots on board. So let's go ahead and power this thing up. Let's see if I'm going to try to remember my citation stuff. Well, I'm not going to remember anything without a yoke connected, so let me connect the yoke. That's the last thing. Man, there's so much to set up for a stream, guys. I encourage anybody who thinks it's super easy to just be a content creator, man, try it. There's like 15 different apps I'm running, niche hardware problems. It's crazy. We're initializing the yoke. While that's initializing, we'll go standby power test light. I thought that was supposed to go green. Now it's red. Interesting. That should be illuminated red. Hopefully that crash didn't mess my... We'll flick this to on. That's illuminated red. There you go. Then with that illuminated, we'll throw these into... Oh, screwed it up. We'll throw these into align nav. Align nav. Got the align lights. Wonderful. And then we can power up the batteries. 1, battery 2. We'll power up the ICAS. And then we're going to get the APU cooking here. All right, yoke is now connected. All right, yoke is now connected. We're going to skip the GPU. Let's go right to the APU. So we'll power up the master switch on the APU, and then we'll click the fire test, and now we'll spin up the APU. I love the sounds on this airplane, man. This is really good sounds on this. I need to get a dedicated stream PC? Nah, I don't need one, man. Reference my mental F-bomb breakdown over sim hardware a while back. Wrong side. That was epic, dude. I do remember. I love it. That was great. The epic wrong side sim meltdown. F this, F that, F you. All right. So she's up and running. Let's go generator on. Verify APU amps. Should go all the way up and come back down to 100. Good, down to 100. Now we've got all our packs are open, but we can't run the bleed for another 2 minutes. So we're gonna just go ahead and get the avionics powered on. We'll get the pause I knits going. Pause I knit. Pause I knit. And we'll also get the nav light on. Finding my way around the old citation here. Let's go. Nope, anti-collision. We're going to go nav, passenger safety lights on, tail floods on because they're juice. That looks good. Panel lighting looks good. We do have the ATS model, auto throttle system. And before we do any loading, let's go ahead and take GPS pause, load, flight plan. And now I think we can do our SimBrief import here. So first and foremost, let's go to weights, and let's see if we have it. Import from SimBrief. We do. Okay, wonderful. So we got our weights from SimBrief. That's done. Let's go over to the config, make sure everything is set up. Throttle cue, we've done all this. Passengers, systems-wise, tiller rotation, smoothing, I don't need any of that. We're running CRTs. Separate tiller axis enable is what I wanted to put on. Units are all good. Sometimes this gets messed up when crashed out, but we're good now. All right. So, main door, luggage door is open. We're going to be boarding. Do we have Navigraph synced? Oh, let me sync Navigraph. Again, another thing to load up. Give me a second. Good thing the 7.3 has been delayed so we can catch up and get up there on time. 59 X-ray Bravo Delta Papa Yankee Whiskey. Allow. Flight FX. Hey, we're cooking. All right. Let's see if I remember how to do flight plan stuff. If I go to the sim brief here, sim brief ID, flight plan recall, request pending. Send it, please. Fixed EFBs are lazy. Every aircraft head should take note on this EFB. You know what? I haven't flown this EFB vodka in a very long time, but I was messing with it earlier, and I do like it. I will say it allows you to move it around just enough. While that's recalling, we got to do our rotary test here, first flight of the day. So let's go ahead and get our smoke detect. Make sure that's that works. Smoke detect, landing gear, fire warning lights. That checks. Thrust reverse deployed. Unlock lights. That checks. Flap warning. Flaps fail. Windshield heat lights. Those check. Overspeed. FADEC fault. We got red lights on the PFDs. Stick shakers. Annunciator lights. There's our tapes and 8s. Christmas tree. Entire cockpit is lit up. That looks good. We'll throw you to off. And then... why is request pending still? Huh. I already did that. Does it just take a while? Maybe I'll have to refile it. A couple other tests here. We're going to do our crossfeed, right hand tank, back to off, left hand, crossfeed open, close, beautiful. Boost pumps, they're both on and normal, but you can see they both shut off. Wonderful. We can set up the rest of our stuff here. ICAS system, PFD setup. We'll do a magic barrel ref. Fuel, hydraulic. That looks good. Electrical page, engine page, flight controls, 3.50 port slow, looking good. Okay, let's go ahead and throw the bleed air on. All right, bleed air is on. Let me try to refile this. Let me go edit flight. Is it because, wait, if you have a flight number, it messes with it, maybe? I think I remember something with that, right? If you have a flight number in the... What's going on? Why is it not bringing in our... Come on, man. Flight plan, recall, request pending. Well, I wonder if it's because the tail number? Can I make my own flight plan then? We'll have to do it the old school way. KSFO. Key not active. Apply on EFB for what? There's nothing to apply on the EFB. It's all in the FMC. Oh, come on, don't make me Alt F4 this and go right to the 7.3. I need to reinstall the plane? Carlito? Are you kidding me? Why would I need to reinstall the plane? Why would I need to reinstall the plane? What's the tail number? 13 Sierra Yankee? November 13 Sierra Yankee. Oh, no, I'm not worried about the weights, Bomb Tech. I'm worried about not being able to put a flight plan in. This is why you never rush streams. Yeah, she's cooked. She's cooked. Had the same issue, something did not install correctly. If I uninstall and reinstall it, it's gonna wipe everything that I have, isn't it? It's installed 1.39. I'm not going to reinstall it. I'm going to give it one more try. If not, we're just going to load up a 737 then. Because that's going to piss me off and I'm never going to fly this airplane again. Last time. Where were we? Right over here? Last chance. Last chance, Flight FX, and then you're going to be dead to me. Last chance. I can't even enter it manually, Vodka. I was looking forward to the Citation X. They need some more patience, V1. No, I don't have patience for silly things like that. It's one thing if it wouldn't let me, import it, but let me do it manually. But it's my my whole FMC is borked. It's just everything says key not active. All right, let's enter it up manual. Let's just go ground config and give me the ground power right now. Something may not be right because this test light should be green here. Standby power on, and then you go emergency light. That should be red. Align nav, battery 1, battery 2, ICAS, and we'll give it a second and then we'll go external power. Alright, external power is connected. And let's go ahead and get the avionics on. Pausing it. This is what happens when you don't take the longitude? What if I just load from last position? See how it goes SFS? I don't even know what that is. Alright, I guess we'll have to load it manually. Alright. We'll load it manually. No, I'm not clearing WASM folder. That's a dev problem. Let's load it manually. We're good. We saved it. We're still going to get to our NG. We're still going to get there. All right, we're on the Truckin' 2. So, I'm going to go nav, departure, SFO, runway 1 the left. Old school. Truckin' 2. out to Grateful. All right, from Grateful, Machu, Mike Alpha Charlie Hotel Uniform. After Machu, Hisku, Hisku. Quebec 5. Oh man, I don't remember how to do. Airways. No, I gotta go to next page. Oh, I forget how to do airways. Let's put the destination in of Renton. Quebec 5 to mine. I think you put the whole thing in. Quebec 5, mine, M-I-N-N-E. Oop, E. There we go. I guess it's only one fix anyway. Direct Uniform Bravo Golf. Which is going to be which one? Bagotville or Newburgh? Let's hope it's Newburgh. From Newburgh, OLM2, Renton 34. So nav, arrival, runway 34, RNAV 34, vectors. We're coming down the OLM2 from Uniform Bravo Golf. Activate. All right, wonderful. Hey, Chief, we're late. We're late. So let's go ahead and get everything fired up. Well, we already simulated doing our rotary test. Let's go ahead and get everything else cooking. Fire test APU. Checks. APU start. Let's get the pass safety lights, nav lights on, tail floods on. APU is coming to life. Let's go ahead and load our weight and balance. Import from SimBrief. All right, and then we hit apply. That is done. APU's coming to life. Next page, 380 max speed. That's what we're going to keep it at today. Max speed 180, and init cruise is 370. So we could throw that up top. Init cruise 370. And good thing I have a first officer because we're going to get him to get the clearance right now. 370. Let's go. Get
November
the
877 Sierra Delta on our way to Renton Moon.
Whoa, where's the audio panel?
Air Canada 738 San Francisco clearance cleared to Toronto Pearson Airport. Night 4 departure, Orca transition, then is filed. Climb via SID. Departure frequency 120.
That was way too loud. All right, next page. Passengers, basic empty weight, sync EFB weights. There we go. We've got 9 passengers, so we've got 3 sets of pilots, and then we've got 3 management on board for Boeing. That checks out. Perf init 39470, 122 en route. 594 total miles. Takeoff, 1 left. I'm going to get our clearance here, and then we'll see. That's
Departure frequency 120.9er. Squawk 5724.
Clear to Renton Run. Truck into departure with the grateful transition, then is filed. Climb via SID. Departure frequency 120.9er. Squawk 5724. November 877 Sierra Delta.
November 877 Sierra Delta. Readback correct. Contact ground 121.8 when ready for starter taxi.
all right. We will do that.
1.8 when ready for starter taxi. November 877 Sierra Delta.
What runway? 1 left as planned. Okay, so
3349, runway 1 left taxi via Alpha Mike. Runway 1 left taxi via Alpha Mike, Skywest 3349.
Let's confirm takeoff, 1 left. Perf data. Takeoff. Next page, we are going to run wet numbers. Flaps 15, anti-ice off. Confirm init. There's our speeds, 23, 26, 31. Did you update and then also install Stupid Way Marketplace? Yeah, update down. Yeah, I did it wrong the first time, Touch Company. I actually updated it, and then I noticed that the lights didn't work. So then I had to do. I know what you're talking about. Yeah, I did it the proper way, but I had to do it the second time.
Air Canada 738, runway 1 right taxi via Alpha, Mike 1, Alpha 2, Alpha 1, hold short, runway 1 left.
All right.
Runway 1 right via Alpha, Mike 1,
Standby
Alpha 2,
lights.
Alpha 1, hold short, runway 1 left, Air Canada 738.
All right, so we're all good to go. 370 is set. Magic Barrow ref is set. We're going off of runway
Skywest 3349, contact San Francisco.
1
Tower
left.
120.5.
Over to Tower
So
1, 20.5, Skywest 3349. Have a good one.
KSF might be easier to use the other.
United 1403, gate Delta 8 taxi via Tango, hold short, runway 28 left.
10-9.
Over to gate Delta 8, taxi via Tango. Hold short, runway 28 left. United 1403.
All right, that's us right there. Wonderful. Let's get you out of the way. I think we are pretty much ready to go. Let's close the door. All right, everything is good out here, so we'll close the door. And I got to do that from over here. We'll disconnect the GPU. Where is the door closer? There it is. Did you hear DFW by any builds? I did, man. Pretty sweet. Pretty sweet. All right. Oop. They're requesting to keep the cockpit doors open for this flight. All right, runway 1 left. We'll taxi out there.
At ramp 215, request pushback.
What is the SID on this? Truckin'.
Jet share 932, San Francisco ground, pushback approved, face southwest.
All right, truckin' to initial altitude is flight level 190 actually, so let's run that back down. Flight level 190. All right, TO is set. We're going to runway 1 left. Let's go ahead and start them up and get out of here.
November 877 Sierra Delta at ramp 213, request pushback.
November 877 Sierra Delta, San Francisco ground, hold position for traffic.
Okay.
Position for traffic, November 877
Well, that means we're going to
Sierra
start them
Delta.
up. Anyway, I thought there was a standby light up here. I can't remember where that switch is. All right, let's go ahead and we're getting all clear from down below. Let's go ahead and do a disconnect. Of the ground power. And now let's go ahead and crank them up. We need bleed pressure.
Air Canada 738, cross runway 1, left at Mike 1, continue taxi via Mike 1, Alpha 2, Alpha Alpha 1.
Oh,
Runway 1 left at Mike 1.
I love it.
Continue taxi via Mike 1. Alpha 2, Alpha, Alpha 1, Air Canada 738.
I'm always wondering what model FFX use. It annoys me the IFSDs aren't illuminated. I know, Jake Bunny, right? I flew the birds for about a decade, and I had to do some old photos to make sure I wasn't crazy. Really. Nice, Jake.
Canada 738.
Yeah, I swear I was able to illuminate these before.
Jet share 932, taxi for departure.
Starting 2. Generator stay on in the Citation 10.
Jet share 932, runway 1, left taxi via Charlie.
At least the videos I watched. There's ignition.
Mike, hold short,
We'll watch this one from inside. Turbines on the rise.
Runway 1 left taxi via Charlie, Echo, Bravo, Foxtrot,
APU gen off light.
Alpha, Mike. Hold short, runway 28 right. Jet share
ITT's on the
932.
rise. We're looking good.
Alaska 1361, gate Delta 3, request pushback.
Man, busy day here in SFO, isn't it? All right, 2 good starts. Ignitions, generators are all set. We'll go ahead and get pitot heats. Wing lights can stay off. Windshield on. Engine stab can stay off for right now. Anti-skid is in norm. All right, we got our bleed power. Everything is set up here as well. Cabin altitude. It's auto in this, right? No, we're going up to 37 initially. There we go. Rate knobs at 10 o'clock. Cool. All right. We're ready. We're doing flaps 15. So 5:15.
November 877 Sierra Delta, runway 1 left, taxi via Charlie Echo. Hold short, runway 28 right.
Oh wow, you know what's interesting is when my throttle cam died during all of that, huh?
Skywest 5287, gate Delta 14 taxi via Tango. Hold short, runway 28 left. Gate Delta 14 taxi via Tango. Hold short, runway 28
Well,
left.
no throttle cam. All right. Sorry guys, I don't know what happened there. The camera's on, but it's not registering. Something got cooked.
Runway 28 right at Echo. Continue taxi via Charlie.
All right, 1 left, Charlie Echo, 28 right.
Cross 28 right at Echo. Continue via Charlie Echo. Hold short runway 28 right. Jet share 932.
All right, Charlie Echo.
Alaska 1361, taxi for departure.
Alaska 13.
Hold short, 28 right. Cool. Charlie Echo, hold short, 28 right. Taxi lights coming on.
Runway 28 left via Alpha.
Brakes released. Let's go.
Runway 1 left, Alaska 1361.
Rip throttle cam. I may have to replug it. The camera shows that it's on.
At gate Echo 10 Victor. Request pushback.
United 1982.
All right, so what do we got? APU gen off, normal, no takeoff. That's because our trim. We're going to set that right now.
Start approved. Face northwest, United 1982.
That's trim in motion. All right, APU's on. Valve open, left, right, normal. Okay, so we're running APU bleed for air conditioning, but we're on engine gen. So I guess, I don't know, that Citation 10 guy that was just in the chat, did you guys leave your APU on? Was that pretty normal? When I was watching some videos of guys flying them, I saw a lot of videos where they would leave the APU running until, what, 18,000 feet or something like that? All right, let's do a flight controls check. Flaps 15 is set, APU is running. We need to find our way out of the ramp here. We got some cones we need to cross. I've always flown with the APU on, yeah. Why, when it would be necessary to perform APU takeoff if the X has engine powerful to push 9.2? Well, I think that's why. Because if you have, that's how it gets so much power. You're not using any bleed power from the engines. I mean, you can. You won't get an alert if you shut the APU down. That's what it is, 310. Thanks, T-Tut. Yeah, it's 310. It needs to be turned up by 310, but it said APU will help on departure. And that's what I saw when I was, I can't remember. There was one guy that Flight FX was, they were working with for the Citation 10, and in his videos, it was pretty much every time they had the APU run, and they'd shut it off at 31,000 feet. All right, Charlie Echo, hold short, 28 right. We're pretty much good to go now, right? There's no takeoff config switch, is there? I'm so rusty in this thing. All right, trims are set, flaps are set, ICAS looks normal, except the standby instruments. I swear I should be able to brighten those up. What about floodlights? No? No? Center pedestal? I think, you know what? Here it is. Emergency, but it just seems so dim. Can we arm nav? LNav is armed. Take 28 right at Echo. I think we're going. No, we're going to runway 1 left for departure. They're blasting off 1 left. Blasting off 1 left. All right, guys. I'm finally catching up. Sorry about that. That was a really hectic stream crash. PC reset. Airplane didn't want to work. All right, we're finally back at it. Can't see a need for it. What? Oh. Talking about someone else. We got terrain mode on, which we'll keep on for now. Once we get airborne, we'll then throw the weather radar on. Matter of fact, MFD setup, traffic. Is this Echo? This is Echo right here. Let's report holding short.
November 877 Sierra Delta, holding short 28 right.
November 877 Sierra Delta, hold short of 28 right. I'll call you back.
All right.
Wilco, hold short of 2, 8 right for traffic. November 877 Sierra Delta.
Oh, that's why.
Alaska 1361, contact San Francisco Tower 12.
Haven't flown NASCAR in a while, but I remember him from my childhood obsession. This looks awful.
Alaska 1361.
Oh, haven't followed NASCAR in a while. I don't know what you're talking about. Now it's time to turn over to our tamed V1 pilot. Some say that the only known facts about ducks, and both of them are wrong. Captain, where are we going? Our scheduled Boeing delivery was at noon. Rip Biffle.
Alaska 1155, gate Delta 8, taxi via Tango, hold short runway 28.
Oh, Greg Biffle's planes. Oh, I got you, Mom Tech.
Gate Delta 8 via Tango. Hold short runway 28 left. Alaska 1155.
So is it out yet? Wait, a 550 crashed this morning? Owned by a NASCAR driver? By Greg Biffle. Oh, I thought you were talking about Barry Biffle. A 550 crash this morning? That's not good. That's really not good. Fatal? Least tail. I guess it was. Wow. His whole family was on board? Are you kidding me? Oh my gosh, man. That is awful. Where at? What airport? Outside of Charlotte. Oh no, man, that is awful. Well, some prayers out to everyone involved in that, because that's going to be, that's horrendous. Why are we still holding short here, though? I'll give them another minute, then I'm going to cross on my own. Oh, I think it's because that Alaska over there. Multiple fatalities confirmed. Oh, man.
United 1982, cross runway 1 left at Mike 1. Continue taxi via Mike 1, Alpha 2, Alpha, Alpha 1.
Cross runway 1 left at Mike 1. Continue taxi via Mike 1, Alpha 2, Alpha, Alpha 1. United 1982.
All right, free control, flaps, slat lever, rudder flaps, check speed brakes, check stowed, aligned, ICAS, check all, uncaged,
United 1982, contact San Francisco
anti-ice
Tower
pressurization, outsell norm, advisory light, safety, siege belt, short of harness, taxi, exterior brakes, parking brake, brakes, nose wheel, thrust reversers, check stowed, flight instruments before takeoff. Anti-ice system checks. We're not worried about that. Trim set for takeoff. Flap slats. Speed brakes tracted. Yaw dampener. Mock trim check on. Wait, you take off with the yaw damper on? Radar, transponder, TARA. Heato heats are on. Exterior lights, ICAS check. I guess, wait, really? Oh, it was on. Yeah, yaw damper is on. Yeah, all right. All right, I'm crossing. We're clear left. I'm not waiting anymore. I think what's happened, there's a traffic jam up there. These guys. The jet had engine trouble upon takeoff and was coming back around, crashed on landing. Oh no, so they're super heavy probably. Well, not super heavy, but if they just took off, need to do an air return. How's it going? Oh, Miss V1 in the house. It's been a rough start, as usual. Had the stream ready to go. Everything crashed. Had to reset. Reloaded in. Didn't work. Had to reset again. Yeah, this guy's stuck on the runway over here. All right, we'll cross one left, one right. We'll contact tower. We're gonna go Bravo all the way to runway one left.
1982, contact NorCal departure.
Contact NorCal departure, United 1982. Take care.
All right, we'll spin it around. All right, I know where we're going from here. As far as the SID is concerned, trucking, climbing out nav, we're done. We don't need you. 190 is set. All right. Make our way over there. This is beyond ATC. BATC. We'll take the outer cut across here.
San Francisco Tower, SkyWest 5617, ILS runway 28 left.
There's an ACEL light on.
5617, San Francisco Tower, continue. Roger, SkyWest 5617.
November 877 Sierra Delta, ready for departure, runway 1 left.
What happened to 7-3? We're going to pick it up right now.
San Francisco Tower, wind 205 at 4, RNAV to tidy, runway 1 left, cleared for takeoff.
Runway 1 left, RNAV to tidy, cleared for takeoff, November 877 Sierra Delta.
All right, we are good to go. We're actually going to put you into ground right anti-collision. I can't remember what position that switch goes into. Yep. All right. He's cleared us for takeoff. We're good to go. We'll take the intersection up here. All right, CAS is clear. APU's running. Gens are off. We are looking good. Maybe it'll be released when they pick it up. That would be awesome. ATS is off for now. That's fine. We'll worry about that once we're airborne. And Mr. Scott Kirby, we are number 1 for takeoff. Please be seated. Right, we'll do a rolling takeoff. That was always my favorite thing to do when I flew corporate. Make the boss feel like he's number 1, right? Listen to the wheel sound spooling them up. All right, we got FADEX. We'll run up the carrots. Takeoff power set. Airspeed's alive. 80. V1, rotate. Oh, this thing is so fun to fly. So smooth, too. Positive rate, gear up, fly with. I love the Citation 10, man. What a beauty. All right, 400 feet. VTO.
November 877 Sierra Delta, reset transponder, squawk 5724.
Oh, I can't do that right now.
Box, November 877 Sierra Delta.
Climb thrust. Why didn't you cycle over? think we do have box problems.
Maintain 1,800 feet.
We have box problems today.
On the go. Fly runway heading. Maintain 1,800 feet. Skywest 5617.
Flaps up.
Skywest 5617. Contact NorCal approach 1 tree for 0.5. Talk to you in a minute.
Why are we having
Contact
box
NorCal
problems?
approach 134.5. Skywest 5617.
Citation X is dead to me. I get you, man. I'm right there with you. All right, let's go heading. Heading select. Keep flying the bird here.
San Francisco Tower.
Accelerating 250.
ILS runway 28 left.
Beautiful breakout.
Skywest 4724, San Francisco Tower. Continue.
All right, after takeoff checklist. Gear, flaps, throttles, climb, anti-ice as required, sync as desired, pressurization, advisory lights, altimeters, APU prior to 310 will get you. All right. We're trimmed out good here. Let's go. Oh, don't be giving me all kinds of issues now, Mr. Citation X. Don't you be playing games with me now. Oh, no, sir. Hold on, hold on. I wonder if... Let's come left here. We need to lower the nose. Out of 10,000 feet, we're going to get you, you, and you. Let's get flying this way. Looking for 300 here on the climb out. Now, I remember
San Francisco Tower, Frontier
we had this before
ILS runway 28 right.
where it wouldn't connect, but it wasn't the yoke. I already tried that. I tried disconnecting the Bruner just to make sure.
Heading, maintain 1,800.
On the go. Fly runway heading. Maintain 1,800. Skywest 4720.
Switch over to center. There was something that we were doing that was causing it to... Let's check our controls. Assigned. Yep. Autopilot off. It needs to be this button. Yep. Because my 3 button is hot. See? Ladies and gentlemen, see? No rage. No rage mode. I want to know why we are accelerating that fast. Let's go ahead and get that vertical speed down here. Alright. See? We're good. We're good. You were going to make me hand fly the whole thing? No, Chief. Alright. Now I need to figure out what's going on with the box here. I want to go direct to grateful. So direct, grateful, nothing. We're going to fly this whole flight in heading mode. You know what, Aaron? Sim Update 4 reset a lot of my bindings as well. Right, we're going to get up here to 300 knots, and then we're going to go into flight level change. All right, terrain traffic, that looks good. PFD setup. I like single queue. That's fine. Okay. Why do we have our FMS stuck? Alright, here comes flight level change. V flight level change. 300 knots. We're climb thrust. Everything else is looking fine. APU is on. Everything's good. Everything's good. We're troubleshooting. We're troubleshooting en route here. So if we're both on FMS 1. Oh, let's go ahead and keep climbing. We're going to take you all the way up to 370 initially. And since we are late and Mr. Kirby is upset that we're going to be late picking up his 737, can I increase... I forget how to do my... Oh, we need to go manage speed, right? Managed, and we're going to run that up to help Mr. Scott Kirby get to Renton faster. We're going to use go home power today. Don't descend. Will it actually descend? No, good. Let's do 330 in the climb out. Heck, screw it. Let's do 340 in the climb out. We're Citation 10. Yep, thank you, Iglufu. I'm going to get the ATS running here in a minute. What I need to figure out is why my box is stuck. Can't delete that. Direct grateful. Grateful to Machu should be active. Troubleshooting. Well, no, I know I can't go to nav, but you guys see here, it's going to nav me somewhere I don't want to go. That's it's taking me to the departure waypoint. It's stuck at the 500-foot turn on the SID. No, trust me. I know chat knows everything about aviation, but the FMS is stuck on the 520-foot turn there on the truck and departure. So I'm trying to, like, you see this unless number 2. You see how this one is not? Let's try this. Let's go from the second box. Let's go to the one after Grateful. Let's go to direct Hisku. Direct Hisku.
Southwest 2652, contact Oakland Center 127.45.
Contact Oakland Center 127.45, Southwest 2652.
No. See, can I clear? I can't delete that. I don't want to direct to that. We might be stuck in heading mode. Go 380. I'm gonna get back in heading mode. We're gonna come to the right a little bit. Curious, do you run turbulence? You know what, Flight Gamer? I need to actually check that. Panel above PFD for accurate. Oh, it's just you want to switch sources. Let's see. So you're right. Let's switch to a different nav source. Well, that's a bearing pointer. Hold on. Nav VOR1, VOR2, FMS1, FMS2. You see, they're both stuck at the 520-foot turn. It's almost like our flight plan is just borked completely. I wonder what would happen if I tried to import the flight plan from SimBrief right now. You know what I'm saying? Because, like, Or I wonder if putting in the airway manually confused it. Let me go Prague. I need to see altitude. We can go up to 39 right now, so let's go ahead and set 390. I think, guys, I think there's something borked with the box from the get-go. All right, we're getting ready to go above 26, so let's just kill the APU now. So we go APU bleed off. The gen is already off, and let's go ahead and go APU start switch to stop. APU is going to spool down. Cast message extinguishes. We'll let it spool down, and then we'll turn off the master switch. Now, my problem is there's only an RNAV. There's only an RNAV to 3.4. I need a wind check. Can somebody get me a wind check at Renton? Because we may have to fly raw data. I'm pretty sure the VOR needles are going to be fine. Let's go ahead and try that. Make sure we have base VOR. Let's go to our nav map here. Let's go to Flight Planner. And let's just give ourselves map settings, maps. Oh, we don't have navigation. Wind check at Renton, 180 at 3, 10 miles, rain mist. Okay, good. So winds are fine. I need a frequency to tune in here real quick. Let me look at let me pull out Sky Vector. This will be interesting if we can get this. Hold on, real quick. Yeah, well, let's see if we can tune in Red Bluff at 15.7. I gotta remember how to do this. Nav 1. 15. Nope. 15.7. Man, I haven't seen these in a while. All right, 15.7. Yep. All right, good. So we've got. All right, I've got an idea. I promise I'm not trying to be that guy, but Direct 2 and the box in general is working for me. Did you direct page for Direct 2? I did, Flight Sim guy. I did. Multiple times. So direct. But see, it doesn't matter where I go. Or if I bring tide to the top. Let's go ahead and bring, where are we at now? Machu. Let's bring Machu to the top, right? Machu's should be current. FMS source is still stuck at 520, the 520-foot turn on the trucking. So I know you guys don't believe me, but look at the trucking departure here. This is in the box off runway 1. What does that say? It climbed to 520. So it programmed a 520-foot turn there. That's your turn out to tide. The FMS is locked on that. I can't get it out of that sequence. Can't stick around, want to hit the like button and say hi. Delta Tango, my man. Hope you enjoy the 7.3 NG later today. Thanks for stopping by, man. Appreciate you. So, yeah, the box is cooked. So, that's okay. We're going to improvise, adapt, and overcome. So what we're going to do now is I want to see, I'm going to load, I hate to do this because it's going to lag out, but I'm going to load Navigraph in this box here. See, we get a little stutter out there. But that's okay. I don't care about Jet VFR Europe. I want to unload, and I want to import this flight. What we're going to do, we're going to have to come up with a new flight plan on the fly here with old school VOR Airways. So we need to change this to IFR high, hide this, and if I go back to nav 1, my goodness, where's the course line? I don't even remember how to move the course line. Oh, it's down here on the on this thing. Oh my goodness. Please tell me I can move course with my Bravo. Let's see. That's heading. Yes, we can move course line. Look at that. All right, wonderful. Now we're overspeeding. That's all right. you're not clacking, you're slacking. Let's keep coming back. Let's come 310 now. Don't steal my thing. Try this plan. Snafu, AFO, GTFO, TGIF. Aviation, dude, I tried both, man. Tried both FMSs. You should be able to manually input it in FMS even though it's cooked. Might make it easier. Divert to Ukiah? No, I want to do this. So, where did we say we're going to? Where's my flight plan? Red Bluff. Alright, Red Bluff. And then we're going to go to Klamath Falls. And then we're going to go to Battleground. Alright. RBL, LMT, and BTG. Alright. And we're going to add waypoint. RBL. Red Bluff. Add waypoint. LMT, did we say? Klamath Falls. Add. And then add waypoint BTG. Battleground. VORs. Add. Now, if we can close that. Here's Red Bluff. We're approaching it. Let's go to nav. VOR nav. Back to 300 for... All right, look at that. We're turning. Oh, no standards. You're right. STDs. STDs set. Thank you. All right, RBL. Klamath Falls is... What freak are you? You're going to be 115.9. So let's get 115.9 ready to go. We can actually put 115.9 active. Look at this. Look at this. From Klamath Falls, Battleground. .116.6, so 16.6 will be standby nav 2. Look at that. All right. Beautiful. It's like nothing ever happened. Passengers don't even know what's going on in the back. All right, we're riding that. We're doing 9.1 Mach. I freaking love it. Hopefully we don't run out of fuel. You ever fly the E-Jets? I used to. I haven't flown them in a while. I heard that they have the V-Nav coming very soon. Oh, look at that. What a beautiful view. All right, as we get ready to level, I'm actually going to activate the ATS. And we're going to keep it in managed speed. So ATS is active. And once we level off, we'll be good to go. Now let's see if we can mess with this some more. Can I put in my own waypoints? Nope. What if I direct RBL? No. Can I delete Hiscu? Well, now I can delete Hiscu. Why do I have 500 Hiscus in here? I think the airway. I think that airway cooked it, guys. I think the airway, the manual airway import, cooked this whole box. So I'm going to delete everything. can hear the throttles coming back. That's good. These are all part of the RNAV. And we can't delete that. Alright, can't delete that. But see, it still has the 2 waypoint 520-foot turn. What if I get rid of it? There we go. Now I've synced it. I had to put a different SID in there. Look at that. Now it's working. It got working. New OC3 just got pushed. Oh man, we got to keep going. We've got our box back. At least one of them. So I had to change the SID, and it unlocked it from that fix. All right, let's take a look at our prog. How high can we get right now? Isn't there a way? Oh, init ref. I always forget how to do this. Pause init. No, nav. Perf init. I don't think we can get to 41 right now, can we? There's no, like, recommended. All right, so PMDG OC3 release. Nice, Joel. Nice. Flight 410 just happens. We're in roll mode because we went over the top of the VOR. That's okay. I'm going to leave it in roll mode. Let's flip the... Can I get 15.9 active? I can. I'll go nav to you. And let's get half bank on.
Alaska 1344, climbing 1313,000 for
Which it is.
16,000.
All right. Sim update issues. Yeah, I think this airplane got a little bit wonky, man. That's unfortunate. All right, arrival. Let's flip this around. Runway 1. There's only RNAVs. Zulu 16 vectors. OLM2. Let's take it off of Battleground since that's our new flight plan. All right. So Battleground, and before Battleground I want to put LMT, Klamath Falls. That's what we're naving to right now. Klamath Falls. And we're going to delete Red Bluff. LMT Battleground. So now let's go direct LMT. No, it's still not right. We still have Machu in here. Yeah, that's still borked. Still borked. The 738 is back up on the store page now. It's still 375 mil. Uh-oh. All right, we're doing it old school ways. Yeah, it's cooked. This box is cooked. So we're just going to leave progress page up. And let's sneak up to 40 to 41. So altitude. You'd think they use Boeing list prices? Let's get there. We can't turn back. 410. Let's do BE flight level change. No, I don't want 250. Don't dump all my speed. 280. I'm ready for chase plane. Is that tomorrow? That just means the 737 part of the stream is going to be flawless. I hope so, AFO. Once upon a time, they listed it for $5 million and someone bought it. Jeez. Maybe that's how they got a Falcon 50. That covered maybe one engine repair. The first times we used the C750 or sim update 4 had this issue, closed the sim, restarted, haven't had a problem since past 20 flights. I think it just needs a reinstall maybe, because I did the reinstall for the update, but I guess it just needs to be fully uninstalled and wiped. Oh, I forgot. Here's our cheat spots right here. Heading altitude CDI. Heading sync. All right. Here comes 1,000 to level off. Chase planes tomorrow, wrong side. Ooh, now I have time. I can text wrong side back. How are we looking on our... yeah, we're deviating slightly to the right. Man, there's some weather up there, that's for sure. After chase plane tomorrow on the 7-3 today, I'll finally jump back into 24 Cali Simmer. What's your first flight going to be? Renton to LAX? Private jet? Yeah, Bearded, we were talking about that, man. Prayers for everyone involved for sure. Have I put in the correct squawk code yet? No, I have not. No, I have not. This is what happens when you fly Boeing for a week. And I haven't flown this in forever. But I'm not even going to contact. I'm not even going to contact Center because we're going to be on a different flight plan. So let's come back 270 here. Another 500 feet. How's our fuel burn up here? How's aggressive level off. And we should put you in the cruise detent. Burning 1,000 aside, 1,100 aside. 71 miles out, 90 Mach. Oh, that looks great down there. Look at that. Customers who own the Microsoft 2020 version of this product will receive 60% discount. All right. Golly, that's a beautiful looking bird. Are the Bohr sounds better than new PMDG sounds? I don't know. Shakovic, I think there's going to be a lot of people that are going to be completely satisfied with the Bohr, with the default sounds now. They've put a lot of work into the sound set, and it really shows, man. The default sounds are pretty dang good. We've been flying it all week. Even the refined, they've changed it a couple times. They've messed with the flap sounds a couple times, but the last version that we had yesterday flew great, man. It really flew great. It sounded great. So I think there's going to be a lot of people that are going to be content with it. However, there's still going to be those that are going to want to be a little bit more. You know, you get the more enhanced stuff with Bohrs for sure. Like you get, I feel like the engines spool up. You get that whooshing sound a little bit more on the Bohrs pack. And then you get other things like, you know, jump seat sounds, rattling windows. When the camera's on the, you know, when you're sitting next to the window, you can hear that vibrating. What else you got in there? You got the bag shifting in the overhead. So it's I think it's best of both worlds, man. If you got Boris already, I don't know if he's going to charge for an update or not. It'll probably take him a little time after it releases to get his hands on it and start getting an update for it. But I can assure you, even without Boris today, I can assure you you're going to fully enjoy the NG because it's just it's a beautiful bird, man. It's flying great. It sounds good. And is it out yet? It only need to pay. It's still listed for 150 mil. I wonder if they're doing a final update. Maybe they're working on cabin lights. Where's my Pacific North? Where's Digital Merc at when you need him? What mountain is that? It's 375 mil. Pay in 3. Can you do AJ? Can you do what is that? Pay now, pay later, or buy now, pay later? I'm pretty sure they're enjoying the trolling. Chris is over the trolling. He says, "Can they stop messing around and just release the 737 at actual price already?" It's getting stupid. Maybe they sold out. Server fried itself. I don't know. You just broke your F5 key and you're cooked now, man. You can use Venmo. It allows you to add it to your cart. Jeez. When you pick up your new 800NG, what plane livery will it be in? Home airport you're good to go to in the sim. Man, swim and climb. I don't know if Al Ayubi is around, but he did the Astrojet livery in 2020. I just want him to update it. If I can get a bare metal livery, I don't care who does it, just a bare metal livery today, that's what I want to fly. We will do a 7.3 stream after this stream, probably a little bit later. I want to say maybe around 2 o'clock or so. And we're going to do we'll take it out of Renton, and maybe we'll fly down to SFO or something. But I want to there's some things I want to test that I've been studying last night. So there's a couple of things the 7.3 does, like auto slats. And there's actually auto generator switching in certain condition. There is a stab trim condition override that I want to test. So there are some things I want to test. So we're going to take off out of Renton later in the 7.3. We'll do some flight tests, and then we'll take it into, I haven't picked a destination yet, but go further south to SBPP. Ooh, maybe. We'll do a stall test. Yeah, we'll do a stall test. But yeah, it'll be a nice little flight. All right, after LMT, let's see if we're picking up the far one. Let's go 16.6. I want to use the. Can I put FO nav? Oh, they're all linked. I didn't know they're all linked. You can't separate nav sources. Oh, nav 1, LMT, and then we're at 15.9. 16.6 is what we're looking for. So we can put bearing pointer on VOR 2. That's VOR 1. Go back to nav. All right, VOR nav, 28 miles out. After Klamath Falls, let's just verify here. It is BTG, right? Yeah, there is some radar. LMT, BTG. Let me just verify the freak. Yeah, 16.6. So we've got the VOR2 pointer ready. Let's see, after we cross over Klamath Falls, we want to take approximately 333. That's easy to remember. 333 on the course line. So I'm going to set my heading to 333. About 22 miles. Guys, look at this Citation 10. I'm gonna have to reinstall it, and we're gonna give this airplane a second chance later. We're gonna take it up into Canada. There's a cool little airport I found right next to Banff, and we're gonna go on a little vacation, a little snowcation. Oh, in real life, is it fully painted? Swim and climb, yes. Yes, they are fully painted, and they run delivery flights. Matter of fact, when I was in in-dock training a couple weeks ago, they had a delivery show up from Boeing Field, actually. So I think they take them. I don't know exactly how it works for Boeing. I don't know if they go from Renton to BFI, do some final touch-ups, and then send them down. But whenever you get a new delivery, you take it into your main HQ or a base that you have heavy maintenance at, so then you can start doing your own placards. Because you'll get the airplane painted, and all the configuration will be there, but you're going to need to do all your other things, like placards and seat cards and all that stuff. So you're going to have to get all your company-specific material in the aircraft before it goes to the line. But I don't think there's a sexier looking Citation than the Citation 10. That is one sweet looking bird, man. Need a snowcation with the Christmas forecast? Exactly, AFO. I like that. The upgrade fees for PMG will be $28 to $30, as they mentioned, 60% discount for 2020 on their website. Nice. Brady Sears auto slats is for a stalling condition. So basically, it's like stall protection to an extent. So on Airbus speak, you have protections and stabilities. Protections can be, oh gosh, I forget. Protections can be overridden? No, stabilities can be overridden? I can't remember. I need an Airbus guy to answer the question. But it will help you not stall it, but if you continue to pull back, you will stall. BFI also has a paint hanger and do some interior install work there. Ah, okay. You've been flying the socks off the 10 miles to Budapest? I mean, I know when it first came out, I really enjoyed it, man. We took it all over. We did some great flights, and we're going to get back into it. I think I just need to do a full reinstall. And it's either the reinstall that I need to do. There's our to from flip. We're going to set 333 outbound. Or something got borked with the SimBrief import, and then from there, you know, we just had more problems. So I'll do a full reinstall, get it working. I know it works. People have been flying it. It's obviously not working for me. I think it has something to do with just Sim Update 4 needing a clean install. All right, we're going to spin our heading bow here real slowly. All right, we are entering the storm up here. Look at this. Look at that. This is a great... If I look on the flight tracker, vertical stream, we are flying directly to the main area of precipitation, and you can see no vertical clouds, vertical developing clouds. Look at that. That is great. Now I got to remember how to turn on the weather radar. So MFD setup. Vertical profile is pretty much dead to me. I don't really need it since it's not working. I like XY. Where is L radar panel? L radar right here. So weather on. Gain doesn't work. Weather off. WX off. Now how do I get it on the display? Over here. PFD weather. MFD weather. Yes, yes. Look, hey, we're remembering this ProLine 21 stuff. Wow, that's solid red. That's interesting. That is very interesting. Let's center up the needle here. If your company flies the MAX, are they also putting you in for differences training? Brady Sears, yeah. So we're responsible for knowing the MAX differences out of the gate. There is an extra sim session, and there's actually a handful of computer-based training aids extra that have to be accomplished for the MAX as well. So yes, and I am looking forward to taking up the iFly again, just to kind of when we start. I'm a little bit more confident with the NG. I'm getting pretty confident with our flows and stuff in the NG now. So it may be time to start trickling in some MAX streams to get the additional checks. And, you know, the panel's different, right? So it's nothing crazy different, but it's different enough to where I got to know, okay, on the MAX I do this versus on the NG we do this. Do you know if you get the PMDG MAX training aid? That I do not know, Diabetic Lad. That I do not know. You suspect the plane is delayed another week? I don't think that's the case. Look at this though. That's why I like being in a Citation 10 410 above the weather. Sick. I know there's a lot of hype on the 7.3 right now, as there should be. But if you want to see more Citation 10 stuff this week, please hit the like button so I know if you guys want. If the likes button goes up above average, then I know Citation 10 flying is going to be needed. Jeremy Harvey, does BMDG have their own MAX variant? I don't know, Jeremy. I know they were going to do a MAX, but I don't know what the status is of that. Starship content only. Starship's dead to me. No, Will Parchman, I think I know what caused our Starship crash. So there is 2 very different bindings, and one of them is for the Duke. It's autopilot pitch reference increase decrease. So on the Duke, you're supposed to use that. I have it bound on my yoke. In the Starship, I was using my Duke yoke profile, which had that binding on there. And I think there might be a correlation with that. So I might have to check. If I can fix my Starship nosedive, then I will. Don't forget manually deleting Citation X WASM folder. Ugh. Why do I have to do that, McCallan? Release window is open till 6 p.m. AFO, I'm super excited for the Lear. I watched their failures video. I think the Learjet's going to be my favorite corporate jet here pretty soon. I really like what FlySimware is doing with their Learjet. So you guys have always asked, how's the 414? What's the Cessna 414 compared to the Duke or whatever? And I always said the 414 is a great airplane. The only problem I have with it is there's no, maintaining it, right? It's always brand new every time you load into it. Well, FlySimware on their Lear 35 update that's coming, it's got failures and accumulated wear, accumulated dirt. You basically own the airplane, and the more you fly it, the more accumulation you get on the airplane, which is, to my knowledge, the first corporate jet to have that in the sim. I don't think we have that anywhere else in the sim in terms of add-ons. So that's going to take it to another level. It's not just going to be a fun Lear 35. It's going to be a fun Lear 35 that you have to own and operate, and it will also have failures, which I'm not probably going to be doing intentional failures, right? I'm not a Lear 35 pilot. However, having those failures tells us that we have more systems modeled underneath the skin that are collecting the MTBF, which is the mean time between failure system. And it's great. I encourage you to watch the FlySimware video. They just published 2 videos about the Lear 35. It's going to be fantastic. I can't wait for it to drop. Challenger 650 for X-Plane. It's a glorified regional jet. It's the same type, isn't it? That's a CRJ? Yeah, Jeremy, the Starship is really the closest turboprop to turboprop liner that we have in the sim. The Starship operates almost like a turboprop liner. These are some incredible views here as we get over the north of Renton. It's a different type with a short course. I gotcha. Please fly the 560 again? The X? We will. Oscar, not yet. What if PMDG is trolling us and they're going to release it when we land at Renton? I have a lot of hours in this aircraft, but for the life of me, I can never figure out how to turn the weather radar on. Yeah, so first and foremost, turn it on, your master radar down here, off standby weather, and then you need to pick a unit to display it on, and that's going to be over here, your display switching panel. So you have weather on PFD or weather on MFD. So right now I want my weather on MFD because I'm using my PFD old school here. If I go PFD HSI, actually I don't think I can change it, can I now? Because we're in this mode. But I want to keep my PFD in this mode right now because we're rocking old school nav. And this is all weather radar right here. I can't even change. Yeah, I can't even change this. It's stuck in Matchu now. I don't know what happened with our FMS. I'm slightly concerned that we're not picking up 16.6 Battleground yet. I'm also concerned we may have to divert, guys. I just thought about it. Because the only charts for Renton are RNAVs. We cannot fly an RNAV into Renton. I just thought about that. What about Boeing Field, special VFR to Renton? We can shoot an approach into Boeing Field, scud run to Renton. I just bought Renton from Drew Swecky, so I kind of want to go there. Yeah, special VFR. That's what we're gonna do. Where is I gotta orient myself here. So, dude, company, what's up, buddy? Pro pilots only. Don't need charts. Hey. Uh-oh, what's that? What was beeping at me? T-Tut company. Every time you come in here, we get problems. Our Starship nosedives. What beeped at me? Maybe we should start conserving some fuel. I wasn't around for the Starship nosediving. I left and came back to you upside down on the ground. See? Exactly. Saboteur confirmed. You joined, you saboteured us, and then you left. I'm not sure what beeped at us there. Now ceiling at Renton at 3,900 feet. Okay, so we might be able... We're on historical weather, though, so that might be a problem. We might have to go live weather. We'll try to go live weather from BFI. Let me... We gotta orient ourselves. So here's Boeing Field. What we're gonna do is we're gonna shoot the ILS to 1.6, okay? Then we're going to break off towards the coastline to Renton. That's the plan. That is the plan. I like that. So 1.6 ILS. I don't want to go this direction because that's too many turns low level. We want to do ILS 1.6 special VFR over there. So what charts do we have? Approach, or excuse me, ILS, not 1.6, 1.4 right is what we want. This is off the Seattle Vortex 16.8. We just started getting nav 2, so let's go ahead and flip it. 15.9 is what we want. Oh, that's calm. No, 16.6 rather. 16.6. Working way too hard for this delivery flight here. All right, 16.6 active. CDI center. Nav. All right. Cancel IFR and Squawk 1200. Be a man. Visual 1.6. We're not diverting. We're not diverting. We'll Squawk VFR in a minute, AJ. We're VFR on top at 41,000 feet here. 16.8 Seattle. We need 16.8. As long as we can get 16.8, we're pretty much done. I'm trying to stay on top of the clouds here. All right, 16.8 is in nav 2. We're not picking it up yet. We're currently 116 miles from BTG. And I'm going to go BTG to SEA. How many miles is that? I gotta look on SkyVector. Battleground to Seattle VOR is 102 miles. All right, so it's 102 miles. We're 113 miles. So we're, what did I say? So we're 200, let's just call it 200 miles out. All right, if we look at our charts, we could be 2,200 feet to Isage on that feeder route. So we got to do math here. 200 miles minus 2,200 feet. Wait, no, 3-to-1 rule. How do I do 3-to-1 rule again? I forget. Oh, yeah. 41,000 minus 2,200. I'm going to use a calculator on this one. 38.9. Let's just call it 39 times 3. At 117 miles, we need to start down. And actually, what's the terrain like up there? We got that mountain out there. So 117 miles out, let's say 120. And the distance between was 102. So 20 miles from BTG, we're going to start down. I am concerned with our fuel. Engines seem to be revving pretty good here. We're not cooked yet. Hey, Benny, what's up, my man? Good to see you, man. Happy Thursday. Right back at you. 60 months. For what it's worth, PMG have mentioned turning on Windows Sonic for the sound settings of the 7.3. Windows Sonic. Interesting. Now, what I want to see, I got to figure out how I want to set up these. If I put terrain on this one, we'll have terrain on this screen. I wonder if I can't I split this? To HSI, ARC system, well, aircraft systems, but oh, what's yellow over there? Oh, start pressure, that's fine. MFD map and weather. Weather's on. I was trying to see if I could put terrain on this display. I don't think I can. Alright. This is going to be pretty spicy. We have lights on still? I think we do. These are all off. Wing lights off. Oh, recogs are on. Tail flood come off. Might as well get up and stretch your legs right now because it's about to get real. Is there any bourbon back here? We got some wine. Gonna need a glass of wine. Dinner plates. I forgot, huh? Hey, we got some hand sanitizer and some cleaning spray. There's a good snacks right here. Grab a croissant. I'll have a croissant and a cocoa wave bar, please. Ooh, a flashlight. Some towels for AJ. All right, I got what I need. Is there a coffee bar back here? No coffee. It's just alcohol. My kind of people. Some tissues, microwave. Guess I'll have some scotch now. Yeah, now would be the time, AJ. Or McAllen, sorry. Come in here to the lab if need be. This is the loo. Gonna lock myself. I'm gonna lock myself in the lavatory so I can compose myself before we do a complete selected ILS special VOFR approach, single pilot, and a Citation 10 to Renton Field. Denzel would love this job. All right. I'm composed. Everything's fine. Everything's fine. Don't worry about it. Mr. Kirby, everything will be fine. All right. We are 72 miles out. When did we say we were going to start down? Auto LUD in the HUD from the can. 375 billion was more than I was expecting. Glad there's a discount for 2020 owners. Where did Boris put the cockpit headphone toggle? Normally it's around the jacks. Where's the headphone jacks in this airplane? Right? I thought it was... Where do you plug your headset in around here? That's a good question. That's a great question. Where are the headphone jacks? Wait, auxiliary panel light? Is that the standbys? No. Oh, this one is an EFB. Elena Zane, good to see you. Oh yeah, EFB if you want it. So here, config, ANR. Whoa. Do we like ANR on? Or do we like master volume? I like master volume low, but that is good. Just because I'm streaming. I think if I was flying alone or on a network or something, I'd definitely turn on the ANR. 60 miles. 60 miles, chat. Kip on the ground. Is that what's going on, man? Good to see you back. Hope all is well. When playing? I don't know. It's supposed to be out at noon Eastern, I thought. So maybe when we get there, they'll release it. Who knows? Maybe they're waiting for the final and executives to show up before they release it. We're trying to get into Renton Field right now. Hey, Kip, we're going to do, I'm thinking about doing a first ever members only fly-in on 2024 now. If you'd be interested, I think it'd be kind of cool. If you could do you could stream, dual stream it or something like that. Try to get some people in. We all take a group photo. But good to see you back, man. Hope you're enjoying Sim Update 4. He returns from the shadows. I also did see where you can reduce the multiplayer aircraft models, which is nice. So you don't have to run all the high fidelity stuff in multiplayer. Flight Sim guy, these sounds like Bose A20s, man. A20s are pro flights. But Flight Sim guy, I'm curious myself now. Where are the Flight Sim? Where are the headphone jacks in the Citation 10? Yep, Oystein. We're all. That's why I'm kind of doing this stream, man. We're all just kind of hanging out. Because I'm sure as soon as it drops, everyone will be sharing the information. Yeah, we're just kissing the tops here at 41. So sweet. Didn't Mathis say yesterday they were working with Moza? I believe so, Sandman. Yes, Moza and Windwing. Is the native multiplayer an option to get Tour de Americas going? Darth Rust, I think it might be an option now with Sim Update 4. So one of the problems prior to Sim Update 4 is if you had someone flying the Duke, for example, now you had multiple Dukes loaded into your sim, and it could add up pretty darn quick. Even though the Duke is really good performance-wise, if you have 5-7 Dukes flying around, a Starship flying around, and it has the full slate of cockpit modeling, everything in there that you wouldn't even see, it starts to hit performance pretty good. But it is a possibility to get Tour de Americas going again. We're going to need a TFTI MD-11 stream? I know, Michael J. I was hoping, they said they released it to media partners. I guess I'm not a media partner. I would have loved to fly that today. I am on an MD-11 kick, man. I had to fly X-Plane 12 for, 5-6 times just to get in the MD-11 again. Tutco, it was loading the full plane. Now you can select generic. Because if you go into multiplayer, you can go in and see everybody's, like, you could see your cockpit in the multiplayer airplane. Headphone jacks are in the ceiling, says Bo. Maybe they're not modeled? I don't know, but there's some incredible views down there. I mean, that looks kind of scary down there, y'all. I'm a little nervous. Of course, our FMS is borked. All right, 34 miles. We said 20 miles we're going to start down. So let's go ahead and start preparing. We'll set our altitude down to I'm going to set 17,000. Let's set 10,000 first. That way we can slow down before we're there. So I got 10,000 set. This is all radar. We'll have this one on terrain. All right. And we just picked up the Seattle VOR. Look at that. Beautiful. So let's flip it over right now because that'll make our math and everything even easier. Seattle is 16.8. I don't like how the speed brake is right in the way of my tuning knob. 16.8. All right. And then we'll center that CDI. And activate nav. All right, we are going to the Seattle VORTAC. All right, after Seattle, we're going to need to join the localizer for BFI 110.9. A 110.9 is going to be in the standby. And then we also put it standby in this one for now. I might put it active here in a little bit. There's 120 miles. Let's go ahead and nose in some vertical speed very gingerly as we come down from 41,000 feet. Auto throttle is on. And we'll just maintain 265. That's fine. F-70 is coming early 2026. I know, man. I'm excited for that, too. The PMDG will be 28 USD. Is that official? Is it out yet? Is it out yet? They should be on the sidewall by oxygen mask, but location can differ based on model of plane. I don't think FlightFX modeled them, though. Weird. Yeah, Sad Bucket. I bet they didn't because I have a feeling if they were modeled, Boris would have put the click spot there for the sound pack because this is Boris Audio Works here on the Citation 10. So I bet that's what happened. Now, do I can leave you in, let's go map MFD. This will be like terrain mode, I think, if it's in this mode. All right, let's go ahead and keep rolling in that vertical speed. And we'll run our speed up to, let's maintain 270. Let's set 2,000 feet a minute. That might not be enough. Set 2,500 feet a minute. We'll see how she handles. Down we go. PMD website is showing, oh, what's up, Captain Cannon? Good to see you, man. PMDG website showing 60% off for 2020 737 owners. Fantastic. Is it out yet? We're trying to go pick it up right now in Renton. But our wonderful FMS box is completely borked. So we're going to fly to Boeing Field, shoot the approach, and then scud run our way over to Renton. Hopefully we don't crash. But that does equal 28. That's interesting. Okay, there you go. Equal $28. PMD is worth every dollar if you want an accurate 7.3. Hey, pilot guy, I am 100% with you, man. the complaining and the ridicule that PMDG gets, I fail to understand it. I've chalked it up to people who just want to complain about everything, and it's a cool thing to do. The PMDG 73NG is one of the best simulations that we have available. I think it's actually the only. There's no other, like back in FSX you had I'd say competitors, but yeah, like Airbus, and then there was, but if you want an NG, it's PMDG, and it is a study level, intricately detailed 737. Of course it's going to cost money. Like, yeah, I don't understand the hate towards it. I think maybe it's a generational thing, but PMDG has been around for a very long time. They've been very successful, and they've been very predictable in their products too. They never release an airplane that's not ready. As someone who's had PMDG products since the early 2000s, I have never had a PMDG product that was not ready. So I had a chat with Randazzo a couple of years ago at the Expo. He's a pretty nice guy. Yeah, Joel, I chatted with him a little bit at Expo, and then I did that interview with him a couple of weeks ago, and it was great, man. I really enjoyed talking to him. I mean, I was trying to keep the interview at like 30, 40 minutes. Man, we blew through an hour and 15 minutes like nothing. Super friendly guy, nice guy. And I think what they're doing, getting it into the face, or getting their face in media now, like I know PMG has their own YouTube team, and Randazzo's come out, made some videos. I think that is the correct steps, because I think the old school days of just being on the forums, I think a lot of personality gets lost in walls of text on forums, and maybe that's where some of the hard feelings come from. But yeah, I got no gripes with PMDG, man. Oh yeah, the TDS 737 AvSim Live. Yeah, Buckeye Fly. I remember that too. And if you think that the PMDG is not study level, wait till we do our 7.3 stream this afternoon, because we're going to do some study level testing on it. And I have a hunch it's going to pass what we're going to throw at it. So I am excited. I am not excited about my MFD situation. If I leave you in map mode, how do I turn terrain on? MFD. That's traffic and terrain. I just want terrain. Terrain is in green, so I think it's just got to be below the terrain. This is all weather. This is solid precip. We're getting ready to come into some icing conditions, so let's go ahead and throw the engine heaters on right now. Left and right engine heaters on. Wing anti-ice cold, left, right. What does that mean? Wing anti-ice. Windshield. You want it all on? What does that mean? Let's start the APU. Oh, I forgot to turn the master off. All right, we're 73 miles. Once we hit Seattle, we got to track outbound on the 322. So heading 322 is set. Is there wing flex on this airplane? I actually don't know. I love how people say it's a copy paste. DNG has been around for 30 years. Would I know, Dordas? I'm the same way, man. Or Dords, I hear you. He's like, well, they're used the same stuff that they had from P3D. I'm like, well, yeah, because the stuff they had in P3D is still viable. It's the same thing. It's the same airplane. They just need to bring it into the next gen sim 2024, which they are. Like, you want them to just go get new information, even though it's the same information. You want them to have digital copies of the aircraft systems manual instead of the paper ones. Don't bring logic to battle with PMDG haters. Nothing will change their mind. Exactly. Exactly. Hold on, I'm trying to coordinate who's picking up our daughter from school today. Okay, we're in the soup. Alright, 59 miles out. We're at a 21. We could probably start to shallow this off a little bit. Let's do a check here. Actually, no, we don't need to shallow it off. We probably need to pick it up. 18.8 times 3. 56 miles. How far out are we? Oh, we're right. We are bang on. Let's keep descending then. We're bang on about 2,800 feet per minute. We are right on our descent profile. 3-to-1 rule. Now we're getting some turbulence. Gosh, we need Sim Update 5. We need volumetric clouds around the wings. Is that even in the Is that even in the pipeline for Azobo? That's the one thing X-Plane has over Microsoft Flight Sim right now, is the density of clouds around your airplane. That's a Microsoft 2028 feature.